Aisha believed that Muhammad was something wrong with his head, and that his belief is coming from a devil. Right? Things that Islam wouldn't want to tell you that. They wouldn't want to tell you that. But that's true.
Do you
That's
think Islam is
What
the
was wrong with
devil's religion?
Muhammad's head?
well, let's look at how he. Do you even know how he got his revelation? Do you even know what happened to him?
Nah, I don't really brush
Nah.
up on religions and stuff because it's caused countless wars, and it's like I'd rather not even know.
Countless wars. Majority of the wars in the world are not even from religious people. You just
Well,
been.
I know. I'm talking about
We're talking about.
like you know what? Let's take land.
No, majority of the wars just come from prideful, selfish people. Like wars from any religion altogether is probably like 5 or 10% of the entire human history.
The Crusades had nothing to do with religion.
Is totally made up. Pure fiction.
Let me go back and repeat what I'm saying, and I'll explain the Crusades to you. That's an easy one. So let's repeat that again. In all human history, it's only like 5 or 10% of wars came from all religions together. I know, isn't that crazy? But you're going off of social media. You did just say you didn't study about religion, so why would you know that, right? So let's go with the Crusades. Who started the Crusade? Let's see if you know this.
It was
What is social media told you? Let me hear what social media told you, because I doubt you studied it. Who started the Crusade?
I've never even seen anything about the Crusades. Social media, dude.
All right. So, from your head, where did the Crusades come from? Why was it started? What was?
Wasn't it Martin Luther?
No, it was not Martin Luther.
I thought he
Wasn't it
wrote
to
some shit
spread
where he was like, "Yo,
Catholicism across the world, or some shit like that.
That's also another negative.
And I'm out of ideas.
So let's pause there. So this whole time, y'all think the Christians started all this stuff. Christianity was already through the Middle East. There were
Catholic
Catholicism.
so.
There was Catholicism that was spread, but the Orthodox were already, and there was another kind of Christians. They were already over there. In fact, before Islam grew by 900, 800 AD, in 633, 60% of it was all Christian. It was Islam was even 10%. There was this new kind. I forgot what you call them. They are very aggressive, and they dominated.
Protestant?"
Islam, man. Islam was 10%.
My bad.
They dominated quite a bit. Oh, give him a second to come back.
My bad.
He was shooting you with a laser. Somebody shoot. So what I'm saying.
Columbine shit.
So what I'm saying is this: Christianity and Judaism were the predominant ones in the Middle East. Israel already had Christianity, Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism. This may surprise you. They may not have been perfect, but they were already pretty much at peace with each other. They all worked together. There was harmony amongst each other, right? And yet it is true the Catholics were a different kind of Christian, and they were a little more aggressive, depending what group you're with, than these other Christians that were already here, right? So what happened is Islam started this war. The Crusade is the title of the Christians who came together to fight against Islam. So they called it the Crusade Wars. But they're not the reason that started. Islam was dominating through the Middle East, was just conquering people. Then they went up to Israel, but then they went up to Europe. Did y'all know they went up to Europe? And they were dominating pieces of Europe, right? So Pope Urban III was not having it. Right, he got a letter, or it was a second, whichever one, and so I don't think he 100% wanted to get involved. There's a lot of money cost taking a country and shipping them over. That's a lot of money, a lot of right.
The Holy Land.
So here was the
He
interesting
wanted
thing.
it back.
Yes, he wanted it back because it wasn't there. It was already peace. There was peace between the Jews and the Christians, right? In fact, a little fun fact, when they first Crusades and they did win it, they killed the other Christians as well because they wouldn't yield. They said, you are brutal. You slaughtered those Muslims. You slaughtered those Jews. You guys are forcing it on these people, and we want nothing to do. So they slaughtered them as well. Do you know that? They were slaughtering other Christians because these Christians,
if they weren't doing exactly what they were doing, then they were like, "Oh, you're not us. Fuck you."
right? Now, however, was that all the Catholics? Was that every single one of them that
No,
thought?
I mean, it never is, especially when there's a school shooting and somebody says like, "Oh, I'm a Catholic," and then they go shoot up a school. You don't claim him, right?
Well, it's not that we don't claim him. We claim, if you want to know how to deal with that, you claim, what does the Bible teach? Let's say that case was true. Did the Bible teach him to shoot up a school?
Nah, it was probably Rec Room, honestly.
Let's just go with that. Then who are we to blame? You know who to blame? The doctrine of Rec Room. Then you want to go to the heart. The heart is you did it and you're accountable, but where did he get it from? Rec Room. Then you go to Rec Room. So in the case of the Crusades, there is a part where the doctrine of Scripture has nothing to do with the acting of this war. There was nothing. They don't correlate. There's no teachings of Jesus Christ through the Gospels all the way to the final revelation, spoken in Revelation, of ever doing what was done in those Crusades. However, historically, there was some good back draws and there were bad ones, things that was really dark and things that are really good. I mean, some of these Crusaders, man, they were brutal. They were eating their people.
It was a 100-year war, wasn't it?
I think it was 300 or 400, man. That was a long war.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That was long. Okay, you ready for this? The Vikings were involved in it. Bet you didn't know that.
Hey, I'm Viking.
Vikings got involved in the Second Crusade. The Vikings were involved in it, right?
Who the hell were they teamed up with?
I can't lie. I don't 100% remember, but I know they were rolling with the Crusaders. If I'm correct.
They were all about polytheism, right?
Right, but you got to realize there is the common enemy, and the people will unite against the common enemy. Can we be fair? If one group is trying to conform all the other religions, they'll team up against them because they already are at harmony with each other, right? So they will team up, and they did. So let me go ahead and give y'all a little Bible fact of history. Crusaders are not all Christians, because Crusaders are just what the name is. They crusade. You're getting that mixed up with a Templar. A Templar is a Christian knight. A Crusader...
Templars are sick.
Dude, those guys, by history, were considered the most dangerous, well-known, rounded warriors of their time. They knew the cabal, the crossbow, the bow and arrow. They knew guns. They knew how to horseback. They said their horses were trained with the riders to know how to engage with the rider. The horse could spot the rider in the field being attacked, and the horse could come straight, pulverizing everybody to rescue the rider. Y'all know these horses were superior than most horses because they were trained with the rider.
Bred for war.
They were bred for war, and they were bred to engage with the warrior on their back, the Templar. So Templars and Crusaders are very different. A Crusader was Joe Blow. Like, did they get your people? They did. Will you join us against them and defeat these evil? Yes. They probably not even Christian. They got nothing to do with that. They could have been Buddhist, Hindu, right? Some of them their home was totally ravaged. They killed their families, and they want vengeance, if you want to call it revenge. They want blood, or they want to fight back for their land. They're like, I don't want vengeance. Will you help me get my land back? And these Crusaders are like, yeah, when we dominate. Now, however, that didn't work out always that way, because the kings were dominating territories and didn't even go back to Europe. There was a really nasty thing amongst each other. These kings went out and were even dealing with each other. They were Christianity didn't have very much to do. Even when I was learning from a professor who gave free classes online. I was blown away. He would tell you, did these knights, I mean, a lot of these kings keep to the faith? He said, not, no. There was no teachings of what
If anything,
Jesus.
they were around with it and changing what it actually meant.
They were brutal. But he was the professor, and others that I listened to that talked through the years learning would teach you. Now, on the flip side, there were some really good men. Men that if you met today, you would say that's an honorable man. Like he's someone worthy to die. And I'm just being real with you. When you have a nasty war like that, things will never be normal. I mean, Islam,
We're still seeing the effects of that today.
yeah, that's why it's Israel versus Palestine. So let's pause there. That stuff was happening back in those days. That's when it all
Happening.
right. It since Islam, the empire rose up, and Islam dominated that empire, the Arab Empire. That was predominant Christian. Islam was like 10%. Once the Arab Empire became predominantly Muslim, they just were slaughtering people left and right. You know, they would slaughter their own people if they wouldn't conform. That's just being real. I'm just being real. That's painting a picture of truth. Not all the Muslims wanted to contest against and have all this war, because some of the Muslims would say, well, you know, we're already friends with these Christians. We live in peace. Why do you want to dominate them? We do work like this guy right here. I've been working with him for years. Why would you want to kill him? They're good people. They don't care. They want power. They want blood. They want land. Right? And
Who do
this,
you think deserves the Holy Land?
right now, can I tell you the honest truth as I see it? I believe
The Palestinians do.
100%. This is just my heart, and none of you may agree, and that's fine. I believe that they could all live in harmony if they'll just be obedient to Jesus and learn to not bring discord amongst each other, but peace. The Holy Spirit will divide in truth when the time comes who that really belongs to, and you're going to find out it's the Lord. And so there's a way we can live on a divided mindset. Like, I don't agree with your worldview, but I still can have peace with you. I could still eat in the same room as you. I could still shake your hand.
Me or in general?
In general. And that's what I believe between the Palestinians and the Israelites. They need to have peace amongst each other. But that's their own people.
Do you think you could guess my religion?
Atheist.
Nope.